Let me just ask you, though, in terms of your own role, you've mentioned that you felt that this was perhaps one of the most challenging roles you've done, and you've done diverse roles ever since your debut. Is this perhaps the most difficult and complicated role you've done as a character, you think?
I think, I'm 7 films old, so every film which has come after Sabarya, I felt that this is the most challenging film, this is the most challenging film. Rockstar being the last film of mine, yes, it was very challenging because it was about a boy, it was about this guy who I didn't know. So we had to do a lot of work, and also I guess he doesn't like this, what I say is just to match up to his brilliance, and just to kind of live up to his expectations of a certain character, which he has written, so carefully and with so much of love.
In terms of the intensity of the character.
Everything, intensity, the comic aspect, the goofiness, everything relating this character. But having said that, we enjoyed it so much, we surrendered so much to it that it was a very enjoyable experience being a part of this film. We're not saying we made a very serious film and it's only intense and all. It's a Hindi film, it has all the aspects and prospects of what a Hindi film should have.
Okay, so Nargis, everyone's curious about you. There's been a lot of buzz about you way before the film was even, I think even while the film was shooting. And how did this come your way exactly?
Well, we've been saying that it has to be Kismet, destiny of some sort, right? I was living in Europe, in Copenhagen, and I got a strange email from his assistant director asking me to come in and audition for a Bollywood film. It was very confusing because I had no idea who this person was, why is she contacting me? So back and forth emails, it came down to where the lovely Mr. Ali was coming to Prague to scout, and I was told that he would like me to come and meet him. And when I met him, I mean, I was worried meeting him because I had no idea who he was, and of course I didn't know who he was. But when I met him, there was, yeah.
You didn't know who to
know.
No,
but I did Google him before just to make sure it was legit, that he actually did make something. So that was a little safety net there. And so then when I came to the hotel to meet him, I was still weary. But when he answered the door and I said hi, the energy was really nice and calming. We had a conversation, he narrated the script to me, and while listening, there's videotape of it, right? Of me paying close attention with my focused face. I actually saw the entire movie before the movie was made.
How for you has this film been different from your first 2 films, which have really been, they've had their own place in cinema and very well received? What makes this film stand out?
For me, I think no film or no story has pulled me as much as this one has. I have not surrendered as much, or I didn't even know that you can surrender as much as I found myself doing in this film. Almost all the decisions that I've taken in this movie, as far as direction is concerned, are all illogical and emotional.
Oh,
and so it was almost as though I'm not making the movie is getting made, and I'm just standing over there and looking at all these people working, rather than saying, okay, I've got to decide what to do.
Ranbir, your own effort that went into your own role, again, interesting things I read, you actually spent time with the Jat family because you play a Jat boy, and everyone's asked you that question about playing the guitar, I'm sure. Have you ever researched a role this much before?
Not this much, because like I said, it's somebody who I don't know. I've never met in my life. But I think previously every role comes with its own challenges. I think it's an actor, it's your duty to do the little bit of the superficial work, like they say. Like learning the guitar is superficial. That's something as an actor I must do, because my work will be, the audience will connect more to my character. But I think the real work comes where I'm concerned, is really to kind of marry the director's mind, to understand him. I think because he knows the character better than anybody, he knows the film better than anybody.
NDTV's cricket app, Android and iPhone, fastest scorecard, special analysis, and much more. Download free. ndtv.com/apps.